So in this video on the opportunity functionality in Microsoft Dynamics 365 for Sales, we're going to cover off how to create your own personal opportunity dashboard. Now this is one in a series we've done specifically on opportunity related functionality in Dynamics. You can see others in the series below. Also, if you've got any suggested content ideas, you need any help with Microsoft Dynamics, please see the links below. Anyway, let's go into the system. I'll show you what I mean by personal dashboard. So I'm actually in the dashboards area at the moment, and I think in the last video we actually explored the out of the box sales dashboards. In this I'm going to explain how you can create your own dashboard. Now if I just click on the down arrow here, you'll see I've got a range here of system dashboards and what it calls my dashboards. These are personal dashboards that I've created. Now the difference between the two is system dashboards are available to everybody. They're set up in the back end of the system. It's generally going to be done by your administrator or your implementation partner. So it's not something that you can easily update, but you can create your own dashboards in the system without having to use any administration rights. So I'm going to show how to do that. You know, I think for virtually any good user of a CRM system is going to want the dashboards, the data specifically that they find useful, easily to hand. And this is really trying to explain how you can do that. Now, if I want to create my own dashboard, I just go to New. I'm in the dashboards area. I just go to New, click on that, and it says Dynamics 365 dashboard, which is what I want. I just click on that, and then the first thing it's going to say to me is, what layout do I want? Now, there's a maximum of 6 dashlets per dashboard. So you can see all the views here. I've got various permutations of 6 dashlets. So you've got the sort of regular size one, or you've got ones where some are smaller, some are larger, depending on your need. For the sake of brevity, on this video, I'm just going to select a 2-column dashboard. So in this case, 4 dashlets in total. So just click on that, and then I click on create, and then it goes into the create dialog. And I'm going to give it a name, Richard Op dashboard. And then I've got these 4 panels, if you like, to fill. Now we've got some little icons in the middle of each panel, which is asking me to select what sort of dashlet do I want to be creating. So the ones we're interested really are the insert chart or insert a list or a view. Now those are the 2 that for most people we're going to want in our dashboard. So that's what I'm going to focus on. I'm actually going to create 2 charts and 2 views. So on my chart ones, let me select that. And the first thing it's saying to me is, what record type do you want to put in there? So I want to put in the opportunity pipeline. So the record type I want is opportunity. So I click on that down arrow. I can click, put in O, that jumps me to the O's. And hopefully I select opportunity. And then it's going to sort of ask me what view I want to base the chart on, and I've got the full range there, including any personal views that I've created. We'll talk about personal views in a future episode, but I'm happy with my open opportunities, that's fine. And it's asking me to put a chart in, and the chart I'm going to use as a sales pipeline. Again, I've been in the past creating personal charts. I could use a personal chart if I want to, but I'm going to use a sales pipeline, put that in. So that's my first one done. I'm going to go to my next one, and actually on this one I want to track how I'm performing against my sales targets. In order to do that, and we'll do a video specifically on goals, I need to go to the goal entity, pick on that, and I'm happy with the view of my goals for this period. I'm going to change the chart. I'm going to say goal progress money is the chart I've got. and that's going to tell me how I'm tracking against my goals. So I've got some goals set for this fiscal quarter, and that dashboard's going to tell me whether I'm on track for hitting those goals. So I'm going to add that in, and then I'm going to add two more. In this case, I'm going to insert lists. Now, lists are effectively views of data from the system. So I'm going to create one, again, similar to before, record type. I'm going to put in opportunity, jump to opportunities. I'm trying not to go past opportunities. There we go. Opportunities. And I'm going to put in, I'll just put in open opportunities. Add that one in. And then I'll go to another one. And again, jump to opportunities. And this time, I'm going to put in closed opportunities. Add that in. So I've filled my 4 dashlet areas, and I can now save that. I don't need to do any more. And if I now close that, having saved it, you will see, there it is, Richard Opportunity Dashboard. And you can see that we've got our sales pipeline, our goals for the quarter. So on that, I can see it's just got 2 little dots on there. One is where I should be in the quarter, and one is where I'm targeted to end up in the quarter. And lucky me, doing very, very well. I'm beyond both of those. So I'm well exceeding my targets for this quarter, which is great news. And then I've got the 2 views I've inserted in there, open opportunities, closed opportunities. And by the way, within those views, if I wish to, I can then select a slightly different view to display there, at least temporarily. So that's how easy it is to create your own opportunity dashboard. I say you can use system views, system charts, you can use personal views that you've created in the same way. I'll do a video on that explaining how to do that. You can use system charts or your own personal charts. Again, I'll do a video on creating personal opportunity charts. It's entirely up to you. Now, though it's a personal chart, you can share it with other people. So if you've done a dashboard that you feel a colleague might want to use as well, and you want to share it with them, you just go to share, and then I go to the manage access. And if I want to share this with my colleague Mark, I just select Mark, and then what I do is just go on Mark's record, and I have to give Mark some security rights. Can he read it? Can he edit it? Can he delete it? Can he assign it to somebody else? Can he share it with other people? So I'm going to say he can read it, he can share it. I'm happy with that. I can share that. Now Mark will now have access to that dashboard. So that's how personal dashboards work. Hopefully that's useful. It's a really great way of surfacing the data that's useful for you. You don't have to wait for the administrator or the system implementer to create something that you've requested. You can go out there and create it in a few minutes. I'd say it's one in a series on opportunity related functionality that we've focused on. You can see others in the series below. Also, if you've got any suggested content ideas or you need any help with Microsoft Dynamics, please see the links below. Anyway, thanks very much for your time today, and hopefully see you again soon.